In 2009, Diane Dodds was elected to represent Northern Ireland in the European Parliament. Over the last 5 years, Diane has set a new standard for local MEPs. In Parliament, she has spoken up for Northern Ireland more than anyone else. Indeed, official records show that Diane is Northern Ireland's top MEP. She is in the top 5 in the UK and the top 10% in the whole of Europe. After the election, Diane was the first of the current MEPs to open a full-time, professionally staffed constituency office. But she didn't wait for people to come to her. She held public meetings every month, all across the province. Securing funding from Brussels is massively important, but not everyone can access it. Diane is changing that. Her signposts for funding booklets and workshops have opened the door to European funding, delivering over £6 million for businesses, churches, sports clubs and many, many others.
Before I entered politics, I worked as a teacher. I enjoy bringing the best out of people and getting the most for people. My job as an MEP is about standing up for Northern Ireland in Europe and working hard right across Northern Ireland. That's what I'm about. And that's what this party is about in local councils, Stormont, Westminster and Brussels. Whether we like the EU or not, decisions taken in Brussels impact our daily lives. In the European Parliament, I have defended our British sovereignty and opposed more powers going to Brussels. I have highlighted human rights abuses across the world, including the persecution of Christians. As the first full DUP member of the Agriculture Committee, I have stood up for our farmers by protecting our CAP budget. On the Fisheries Committee, I have delivered improvements in the Common Fisheries Policy. I have stood up for the innocent victims of terrorism and helped them secure vital funding. I have ensured that Northern Ireland's voice is heard in Europe.
This election isn't a referendum on getting out of the European Union. It's about electing the right person so Northern Ireland gets as much as it can out of Europe. Diane's work rate and record of delivery speaks for itself. Unlike other candidates, Diane is part of a team. Over the last 5 years, she has worked with me and other DUP colleagues in Westminster, Stormont and local councils to deliver for Northern Ireland. On election day, vote for someone who is standing up for Northern Ireland. On May the 22nd, vote Diane Dodds, #1.